Okay.
Good morning. Welcome to chapter 19. Here we go. All right, so he starts off chapter 19 with compensating differentiation. And what he's just trying to say is that the supply of labor for easier jobs is greater than the supply of labor for hard jobs. And what he's talking about is that the supply of labor, like to work at Disney World, where it might be fun, is harder than the supply of labor to work at a dangerous job, maybe a dangerous construction job. So therefore, hard, dull jobs get paid more than good jobs with less danger and less problems. He then goes to talk about human capital, which is the investment in people, okay? And he talks about education as one of the investments in human capital, and that education makes people more productive and therefore they get paid higher. And then also with human capital, you talk about training. And people with more human capital earn more money than people without it. He then goes to increasing the value of skills and talks about how college educated people make more than high school. And that gap is even increasing more because now the United States imports goods that are made by low-skilled workers from other countries who pay people less. So our low-skilled worker jobs in the United States is shrinking. So therefore, you have to have the human capital to handle the more high-skilled jobs. Ability, effort, and chance. He talks about how natural ability and effort, those two combine to increase wages. And then, of course, the benefits of beauty, which always disturbs me when we read this chapter, that the more attractive people, more attractive than average, earn 5% more than the average people. And then, especially when they're doing things that present in public, that if you're a good-looking person or above average looking person, that when you're out in the public, that's going to help you in your jobs. They have then the alternative view of education, and that college degrees signal this extra ability, the ability to be able to finish things to completion, the ability that you have these extra skills, and that's why you earn more. And then we have the superstar phenomenon. And Manku would say this works when every customer can enjoy the good or wants to enjoy the good supplied by the best producer. So that everyone would say wants to see Rory McIlroy on the golf course or wants to see Tom Brady on the football field. So those are the type of things with a superstar phenomenon. And that every customer could see that at a low cost. So, you could watch your football game at home at a low cost. You could watch a golf match at home at a low cost. And so this creates a superstar phenomenon where these people get extremely high wages. How do sometimes wages get above the equilibrium? So there's a couple of things. One is minimum wage. Minimum wage sets a wage above the equilibrium, because you have a price floor, and with the upside down house, the floor is above the equilibrium. The second is unions. Unions negotiate, sometimes threaten with strike, and they get the chance to get things above the equilibrium. And then there's this whole thing that if we pay you above the equilibrium, you'll be more efficient, we'll get better workers, you'll stay longer and be more productive. Then he talks about the economics of discrimination. And he would say that if blondes were discriminated against, demand for blondes would go down. But finally, someone would hire blondes at cheaper wages because they would want to make more money. So therefore, that discrimination would end because people would want to make that because they were more profitable. And then he would have, like, if then customers discriminated, what would happen? So you'd have a brunette restaurant where customers would only want to eat at brunettes, and that would be high-priced food. But because you could get blondes cheaper, you could have cheaper prices at the restaurants that blondes have. So his argument would be that discrimination doesn't happen in the workplace due to firms trying to maximize profit.